Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel Servicenow Catalyst. Today in the day 2 of Servicenow, we will talk about the UI navigation and branding. So team, be focused that from now onwards, we will start talking about Servicenow fundamentals. Why fundamentals? Things will change, but fundamentals will remain same. So when the customer has purchased this product as a Servicenow as a product which will act as a bridge, the first thing you would like to do, the branding of that. Because when you purchase any ServiceNow as a product, it will give you ServiceNow. You will see in my hands-on experience, which I will just showcase after this, after my vocational training, where you will find that when you start with, let's say, ServiceNow, but the very first thing the customer would be doing, that is the branding. So we will talk about that branding and the basic UI navigation. So with this use case, I will now share my screen and help you how the basic navigation works and where to navigate, what to navigate, and how we'll do the branding.
Welcome back, YouTube viewers. Yesterday we requested the PDI, right? The personal developer instance. Today we will open that and we'll see the navigation of UI navigation and the branding of that. When I say branding, that is nothing but how we, if any consumer is purchasing that instance as a product, how they can load that as a how can they can do the branding for their instance. So before that, let's first open that PDI. So when we requested it, I marked it as a bookmark. So this is my URL of that. And yes, after I think 5 hours of inactivity, the instance will be going to hibernation. So what you have to do, you have to simply click on it. You will redirect it to the developer in servicenow.com from where you created your PDI. Come back. Yes, so it has been loaded. Single sign on. So let me use this. So you can see it is automatically redirected to the developer.servicenow.com. And now my instance will start waking. Status is waking instant. So whenever it is being online, so it should show the online. How? I can show you other way. Google Chrome. Yesterday I used this ID. I can go here. ServiceNow. You can see here. In this, the URL is my dev346818. But this is something going to be a constant. HTTPS. This and the right hand side is going to be a constant for all the instances. And this is going to change. The variable component here would be dev346818. This is going to be your variable one. What does this mean by variable or constant? This means this will keep on changing based on the companies. If Maruti purchases it, it will say marutidev.service-now.com. If any other company purchase like Wipro, so wipro.service-now.com. If Mahindra purchase, it was HTTPS, that is again mahindra.service-now.com. This is how the instance works. Going back to this place, you can see here your PDI. It does not give you the whole URL, it just says this is your PDI name. So let it get, it is still waking. It will take around I think 5 minutes. So let it be. We will use this instance. With one ID, you can have one instance, but you have multiple IDs. You can create multiple ServiceNow IDs. You can have multiple PDIs. So I really do not remember my credentials, but generally this username is admin. Password I don't remember. So from where I can get that password? So let's come back here. Type it. ServiceNow developer. I will open this one. Sign in. Actually, yesterday I saved my credentials, so with the Nidhi's ID I can again re-log in. So I was looking for the instance password. So come here, you see manage instance. So from here, this I can drill developer, where it is written developer, this one, white banner. Just click on this drill down option and click on manage my instance. and here you will have the your instance URL and the, just let me close. Okay, current password. User ID always will be your admin. Username is nothing but that username, right? Here that username is admin, and password I can type it here and log it. I will suggest you guys to always change your password, and from here you can change that. I will show you. So when you log in, the very first thing you have to notice the user. So you are logged in as an admin, right? Admin is the role which is granting you all the top level of accesses, like all the modules. You will be able to see that. We'll come to this point, but the first use case we are talking about the changing the password. So we have one option of profile. Go to profile. We have got reset password, change password. Because that password I could not remember, I have to again go back to server developer and have to use that. So instead of doing again and again, I can simply remember my dev instance name, dev346, or I can make a bookmark that. I will put the old password. I will set some easy password which I can remember. Change password. So very first thing I would suggest you all, instead of going Servicenow developer every time, you can simply come to your PDI, bookmark that the way I did it here. If I come back here, I just bookmarked it. I click on my PDI. See, I think it has now been awaked, right? I can see status is online. So this is what I want to see, that if I bookmark this, I just admin is the easy username and password. If you have changed one, you need not to come back again to Servicenow developer until it has went into the hibernation mode. So if you're continuously using it, you need not to do that. So very first thing I would suggest to change your password. You can see here my password has been changed, and from where I get the current password, I will repeat. Refresh. So from here I see option of manage my instance, right? And here you can get the current password. Okay, so let's close this one. You need not need anything from here. Okay, so this is the very first thing you will see, the branding. Branding means if any customer has purchased this product for their reporting and tracking, which I have explained very well in my previous video, why the customer wants, that is the tracking and for reporting purpose for all the services offered by the service providers, right? So this is the branding of, you can change that branding. I will come to how we change that branding, but yeah, first thing would be this is called application navigator. So once you log in, you can see a number of applications. All these are called as applications. If I close this one, these are the applications, and under each application we have the modules. If I go here, you will see edit module when I hover this, it says edit module. So the point to understand here is what the application means. For example, if we download Ola app is what? Ola application is for cab. We can request cab, right? And then so if I want to request a cab, I should download from the Play Store dedicated app which does for cab work, right? Which offers cab like Uber and all. In the same manner, each application had its own role in ServiceNow. So because you are logged in as an admin, so you are able to see all these options. But when some more users onboard to this system, we have option of impersonate user. Impersonate user means is nothing that, let's say if I'm logging with some other user, because you are admin, right? You can switch to any user role. The very first thing for the user is the role, with what role you are logging in. Based on that only, the ServiceNow will offer you the options, right? So if I choose able tutor impersonate with this user, you will see a very limited number of options. I can pin this here. You can see pin all menu. You can pin this here. And now you see we have very limited number of options as compared to, you see, we have very limited numbers. So what decides the when you log in, what number of application you can see is the roles. Explain you about tables and all. I will explain you what is roles. But for now, you understand in ServiceNow, when you logged in as an admin, you have so many applications which supports different services. And I will just in impersonation. Impersonation is a feature of ServiceNow which helps you as an admin, which helps you to impersonate with any user you want to. And yes, that should be of lower role than the admin role. Admin role is the highest role. And another role I will talk about in the role section, that is security admin. I will come to that. Do not worry about. So, but for now, you just understand admin is a role which has all the relevant roles, which helps to view all the related applications with that, which IT services are being offered by any service provider. So let's in impersonation. Yes. So this is the application navigator, very important module for you to understand. Let's say if I type anything, application navigator. Navigator means you can navigate to any application you want to. As I mentioned, we have n number of applications supported here. So let's say in ITSM, we have one application called incident. Whatever I type, I will see incident, right? Service desk and incident, self-service incident. I will come to this. What is self-service? What is service desk? If any application is existing under that, this is a module, and under module can be sub-modules can also be there, right? So this is application, this is module. So each application has dedicated work. But now we will just understand what is this called as. So this is called as application navigator. If I type it, nothing else like problem, because I know these are the modules which are supported in ServiceNow. So I know this. So when we proceed with the ITSM processes, ITSM services, we will understand what problem is, what incident is. But for now, you will understand. I say go to application navigator. This means this navigator, which is the all you can pin and unpin. And whatever you type, you will get the relevant one. Even if you type prob, it will give you problem. Means whatever it match with prob, it will get you all the results related with the prob. Okay. So this is called application navigator. Again, if I want that, if anything I open very frequently and want it to be instead of navigating, I can simply come and just go to favorites and I can click on that. I can went to, like, for example, if I frequently open incident list. Okay. So this is my incident list. I can mark it as a favorite. Done. I come to favorites. See, we have the incident. I can simply come here and click on incident instead of writing any implicate. So it just gives you the scalability for you to make you more comfortable with this. And the very first one thing more I want to tell you about this is this particular view. And I can also click on this branding. This is called branding. So when I click on branding, you will come back, redirect to this page. And this page is called classic view, conventional view of ServiceNow. Okay. History, whatever we have browsed through, that comes under history. It is very well understood. Like incidents we open and any other thing, it is out of box at coming. But incidents we do open in last 1 minute. So yes, it is another way to just in a quick manner, we can go to what we have in the last few minutes and we can go to that particular tab. We have admin. So this is again, as an admin, I said yesterday or in the last session, I was explaining that ServiceNow as a one-stop solution supports so many of applications. Right now it's just admin. So we have a number of applications. I will come to it how it helps you. Like subscription management is something which instance you have purchased. The customer, that is who is purchased this particular instance, how they they have purchased standard one or they have purchased enterprise one. So that comes under subscription management. So I'm just giving you one example, but I will not go each one of it for now. Just it is that something we have so many of applications to be supported here by ServiceNow. So they have given option for all of those as an admin. We have also workspaces. So yes, again, what this workspace means. So service providers are offering services. So service providers again have their own people, own set of people, right? And the customers, like customers for which the service provider is helping them, have their own set of people, right? So whatever they request, the, let's say, the people of customer will log some problems or their issues or request something, that from where it will be requesting, that is portal, ESC portal, employee service center. So there is a separate employee service center portal from where they can request something, like if I have issue with my email accounts or something, I can raise one request, or I want an email account, software issues, I can log, the user will have that access to it, and you see there are a number of articles also it is reflecting, right? So it will help, self-service kind of thing, it will help software to diagnose easier. But I want to raise something, they can raise it here. It says so many of options here. We'll again come into the deeper side, but you have to just for now understand the navigation. We, for employee, for the customer employees, we have the ESC portal, and for service providers, for service provider to work on that particular issues, they have the workspace. That is very known and very famous workspace. It is service operation workspace. In that, you see here, this is being changed into service operation workspace, and there it will have their hello system. They will have the list, whatever incident assigned, incident LSSL. I will come to these points, but you have to understand that whatever issues they have logged in order to achieve, to build that product or issues, you remember I have talked in very detail. It can be anything, right? So if any interruption occurred in IT, that is called incident, are there, so they can report on the, from the employee can import, the employee means the customer can report this inside this ESC portal, and the service provider team can work on these incidents through this workspace. It's a one-stop solution again for them to see the list of incidents and all of problems and all. I will come to it, but just for now, you understand this is something workspace which is for the service providers to work on the issues opened by, they can receive requests, they can receive tasks or something, right? Interactions and all, problems and all, right? So this is the thing. Okay, coming back, this is called as global search. So if I want to search anything by number, because ServiceNow can be used as a ticketing tool as well. It's a platform, and one of the famously it is used for ticketing also. Ticketing means if any issue reported by any user, it will come to as a ticket. It will be having one number. For example, I will show you incident. Okay, this is incident number. Email server is down. You can see very clear. Email server is down. Some user David has logged this. I can come back. This is a global search. Exact match. Email server is down. So any number you are having, you can come here and search it. This is called application picker and update set. I will come to it more detail. This is very important term. Application scope and update set. Application scope, right now it is global. Global means some out of box features, right? In vocational training, I've explained what is application can be, means out of box feature, whatever offered by ServiceNow is captured under the application scope, that is global. And update set I will surely come, because this is very useful for the developers. We have an option of, this is the conventional UI, and you are you have been logged in as a, let's say currently I'm an admin. Any service provider users logged in, they can have a discussion with that particular user, right? Subject participants, and they can start the private discussion with them directly. So again, this is a very good feature of ServiceNow. Analytics means the uses. It is very, the word itself tells that what is the uses of page views and all, users and duration, load time, 5 events. So it helps you in analytics that what is from where you are spending lots of, what is the one we spent so many of times there, right? This is a fresh instance, so we have no logs for now. And yes, this is the, again, notifications, whatever you receive, it will comes under this one. And help center. The service now has the product documentations, helpful resources, whatever documentation you have, because this is a product. You can also provide the feedback. What is how it is the product is and all. And if you want to view some product documentation, it will, you can type it, or you can see these guided tools how it helps you create a record from list, right? So these, you can, in the video you have, I have showed you the day 4 and day 5 where I have written forms list. So from list, what can be achieved or not, that can be also, they have provided an article as well from ServiceNow, right? So this is the, it's help you. So if anytime you are stuck with anything, you can come to the help center and check for that, is there any article present or not. So for now, these are the some UI related things. Profile, you understand, you can change the password, reset. Keyboard shortcuts are available. Preferences means if you want to change the color of this, you can come here. User experience. Your default page, you can set it like dashboards. If I set to dashboard, it will, whenever you logged in, the first page you will see the dashboard. So let me go to branding, click on this branding. See, your first page is now reflecting you the dashboard. Dashboard is nothing but collection of reports. So let me change this to preferences again and make it black. Use the default. And now let's use the default. You can enable debugging, because as a developer, you will see these options debugging. Whenever you are stuck with code and all, you can use the script debugger and all. You will see, we will use these features, some of them. Notification we received. Experience, I will tell you what is that. Coming session, accessibility we have, right? Show buttons without need to hover and all. So these are some basic. In the mobile also we have this, all the features when you have accessibility. If I want that some icon on my home page or something, it help you in that. Reduce motions, right? It is the same, right? Theme of that, currently it is this one. Polaris is this one. I change to Polaris, Coral to Polaris. You will see the difference. See, you feel the difference. This is now blue one. Earlier it was different green color, right? So now quickly we'll talk about the branding. How you can change the branding. If someone has purchased this as a product for their tracking, this should not use ServiceNow. They should have be doing their own branding. So from where you can do the branding, type it here, basic configuration UI 16 under system properties, which help you in the branding. I will load with this banner image, browser tab title. So I will name it as ServiceNow Catalyst. Can be XYZ company name who has purchased this, so they can add their own company name. And for the banner, I'll go to downloads. You will this. Yes. Here we go. And I will save this one. Properties updated. I will just refresh this one. You can see here, now I have got the branding of, and it says ServiceNow Catalyst Service Management, right? Service management. You remember yesterday service, the last session, what I call it as service management, right? ServiceNow supports all so many of service management, like operations and security operations, asset management, HR related, customer service management, so many of management are there. So if I, and now onwards, if I open anything, let's say dashboards, from the self-service applications. All right, let me close this one. ServiceNow Catalyst. And one more thing I want to check. Let me go to basic configuration. If the browser tab title should be okay, you can see here ServiceNow Catalyst is coming. If I show the difference, I will log into this one. See, it is showing the browser title tab is ServiceNow. But here in your case, it is ServiceNow Catalyst. This is what it helps you to name your browser title tab. Okay, so for now, let's close this one and stay connected and stay tuned for the next part, that is tables, their types, and their fields and all that, and roles, users and roles.
So viewers, I hope you enjoyed my screen sharing. Now at least I am confident that you are aware of the how we do the branding, where to navigate, what is application. When I say what is application navigator, where your mouse will hover to. Now you have all the ideas. I have one request to you all. Whatever I have done in the screen sharing, just repeat at your end. So revision is the key thing which will help you to learn. So in this screen sharing, I have completed this one day 2 activity, that is UI navigation and branding. For the next upcoming video, we will talk about tables, fields, field types and roles in the day 3 session, and the next forms, lists, views and filters in the day 4 session. So stay tuned, stay connected. Do not forget to like, share and comment and hit the bell icon.